Yeah. Yo, what's up? What's up? Monday Night Madness is in the building. Y'all know what it is, man. It's Andre the Torch Robinson, Firestarter here. What's good? What's good, everybody? If you on YouTube right now, make sure you like and share the show. If you on Facebook, what up? What up? What up? Make sure you like and share the show. We're gonna keep it real G tonight. We're gonna keep it real G. It's Sports Reporting Monday. Yes, sports reporting. We ain't just having conversations on shows. All right, we sports reporting, letting y'all know what it is. So it's Sports Report Monday. I got my guy Dalton D-Man Smith, the consistent one. I got Marcus the Alphabets in here, the Alpha. Go watch the Alphabet Bits. All that good stuff on YouTube. Go watch the Alphabet Bits, man. They killing it over there, man. Make sure you support that. Real people support. All right. Now, let's keep it a G, and let's get to this sports reporting. Again, like and share the show. We might talk about your team tonight. You know, we might flex on your team a little bit. But I want to start off the show, Monday Night Madness, by saying thank you to Remy's Food and Catering. She always hooking Rise Up Family here in Buffalo up. So this show is sponsored by them. And then on top of that, Alphabet Bits, you know, Marcus, darling. Y'all know how that go. Dalton D-Man Smith, man. Everybody want to know what's going on in the Saints world right now. What's good, man? Fill us in on what's going on over there in New Orleans.
Well, I would say this: the Proud Baby Flex option is calling out the Saints organization, and Sean Payne declined his comments. Though I think Michael Thomas is done with the Saints. I think Callaway and Harris, they're stepping up. I mean, their defense is doing good. So that's all I gotta say.
Wow, really? I thought y'all had a whole lot of moves going on.
Y'all got all kind of stuff going on, man. What's going on with the QB competition? What's up with that? The QB, man, they acting like I don't know why the hell Jameis re-signed with them. I really
I don't understand why he re-signed.
I just after last year when Drew Brees got hurt, I was really surprised that, you know, let's not forget. I know people crack jokes about it and they diss the guy. The guy was the number one pick in the draft. Now I get it. There's guys that have gone number one that have been total bust. You look at a guy like Jamarcus Russell, just an absolute bust. But the guy, a few years back, he's the number one pick in the draft. And I would think that he would get the nod and get a little bit more consideration over a guy who's played tight end most of his career. I mean, Taysom Hill to me is a gadget guy. He's a little bit more. He's a little bit better thrower of the ball than Tim Tebow. His game reminds me a lot of Tim Tebow. I think he's a little bit better of a quarterback, if that's what you want to call him. But Jameis Winston, man, Florida State. By the way, rest in peace, Bobby Bowden. We all know about Bobby Bowden passed away, a couple of days ago. Rest in peace to him. Long-time great Florida State Seminole coach. But I'm just, what is it that they're not seeing in Jameis Winston where they're just like, to me, this shouldn't even be a competition. It should not even be a competition. I'm just wondering, like, what the deal is over there. Where is it really that close? Is it really?
I mean, they should be not quarterback competition. I mean, they should let Jameis Winston take over. That's what I would say.
And when you look Drew Brees' last game, he actually kind of, from what I saw, and maybe I'm just reading too much into it, and I'm assuming, and you know what assume mean, make an ass out of you and me, but I was under the impression that Drew Brees was kind of like passing the torch to him. That's what I saw. He kind of like whispered something in his ear, like, "This is your team now." You could kind of see him like watch him mumble it with his mouth and kind of see what he was saying just by mumbling, And I just thought with a full off season, I thought with Drew Brees retiring and there not being, Drew Brees being gone for good, and with Jameis with his pedigree going to Florida State, being a Heisman Trophy winner, being the number 1 overall pick, I just thought that it was just pretty much a foregone conclusion that he would be the next quarterback of the New Orleans Saints. So I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens.
Yo, don't y'all got moves going on the defense too? Ain't y'all trying to better that secondary? I mean, I was reading a couple things on the Saints.
Well,
they were trying to make.
They're interested in getting C.J. Henderson from the Jaguars.
There you go. Now we talking, don't we? Let's go. Talk about that.
That makes me question what's going on with C.J. Henderson. I know that I know you're talking Saints, but I mean, teams don't usually give up on a guy who was the number 9 overall pick. And the previous, I mean, he was in the 2020 draft, the number 9 overall pick. How the hell do you go from the number 9 overall pick, and then the next year? Now he is coming off of COVID. He's coming off of COVID and all of that. But teams ain't usually gonna give up a guy that they've invested that type of draft capital in and just give him up for a bag of peanuts and some magic beans the next year. You just don't normally see that. Got the Monster Man in the house. The Monster Man.
We got Monster in the house. What's up, Monster?
What's up, baby? How you feeling, baby?
Monster in the building, representing Bills Mafia. Yo, this is Sports Reporting Monday. So guess what, Monster? You got to report on the Buffalo Bills. I'm going to leave you to that today. Usually I do it. You on here. We got Monster. He ain't no guest, man. This my bro, Joe Monster McDowell. And if you haven't been watching his show, please watch his show. Support what he doing, man. The dude is very intricate, very exciting, brings a lot of energy. So let's do it, because one heart beats louder. Y'all know what it is. All right, y'all know what it is, man. When we come together as a unit. Dalton, I got some questions to ask though about this Saints, man. I do. Besides the fact that Taysom Hill and this whole Divas debacle with the quarterback position, yes, I call it Divas debacle, bro. Taysom Hill, are we really taking a guy, Taysom Hill, over a 5,000 yard passer in Jameis Winston? Yeah, I know he threw 30 interceptions and 30 touchdowns, but I don't think a lot of people understand the scenario that he was in Tampa. Tampa's defense wasn't all that great. It wasn't the best team when Jameis had him. He had to force the ball a lot to make drive to get drives accomplished. People don't. Yeah, he really did. Because what was his run game, man? Where was his run game? I start off with that. Where was his run game?
Okay, was Ronald Jones on that team?
With the Buccaneers with Jameis Winston, yes.
Okay, was Mike Evans on that team?
Yes.
Was Chris Godwin on that team?
Was Ronald? Whoa! We said run game. I said run game. Was Ronald Jones the same running back that he was when Brady just had him? Was he the same runner?
No, he's not. But hang on. But check this out. You got 3 1,000-yard receivers. You got Mike Evans. You got Chris Godwin, and you got, was it Brashad Perriman? And the number 1 pick in the tight end, and O.J. Howard. And Ronald Jones, a first or second round pick at running back. And you got the number 1 overall pick. Mike Evans is a first round pick. Jameis Winston's a first round pick. It's like, come on, man. It's not like he just didn't have no weapons over there. Now I get it. When Brady came over, he got Gronk, he got Antonio Brown. But come on, man. For the most part, that offense was the same. Now, he wants to blame it on the LASIK. He want to blame it on the LASIK because you killing ground squirrels, throwing the ball into the ground. You want to blame it on your LASIK surgery now, right? Right?
I think it's
Marcus, that offense wasn't the same, bro. Stop that. That offensive line wasn't even the same. That offensive line wasn't the same. The running game wasn't the same. And yes, he had receivers. That's what we can account for because he threw for 5,000 yards. Of course, we can say he had receivers. He did his thing with his receivers. But pushing the ball down the field to sustain drives is where I think Jameis Winston gets misconstrued as a bad quarterback a lot. I'm not saying he's the best quarterback. I'm not even saying he's top 15.
So basically what I'm getting, like, I don't give two baby's fat ass about the Saints or whatever. But what we're saying is that because of pressure, Winston threw all those interceptions, and because of pressure and the lack of the offensive line, Winston threw 30 interceptions. Well, let me remind you, in 2009, there was a quarterback called Ben Roethlisberger that was the most sacked quarterback in the league that year, and he won the fucking Super Bowl as the most quarterback sacked in the league that year. So you can't tell me pressure led to all the interceptions.
Whoa. Wait a minute. You said 2009?
2009 when they beat the Cardinals.
Who was his running back?
With Sean Manningham?
Who was his running back?
Does it matter?
Yes, it matters.
No,
yes.
We're talking about passing and Jameis Winston. We're not talking about the run game. We're talking about Winston.
No. Whoa, Monster. Wait a minute, Monster. I love this. Yeah, we're going to have this conversation. The reason why I said running game, come on. The reason why I said running game is because the running game also helps sustain drives, does it not? Can you hand the ball off and get 4 yards a clip with a running back to sustain drives? So it ain't third and long.
That's true. Right? That's true. But check this out. When you have 3 1,000 yard, hang on. You got 3 1,000-yard receivers. How's the defense going to play? They're going to play you. They know that you like to throw the ball. You got a jump ball specialist in Mike Evans. You got an explosive athlete in Chris Godwin, and you got a burner in Perriman, and then you got a playmaker, 2 playmaking tight ends. Let's not forget about the tight ends, Cameron Brate and OJ Howard. So let's not.
By the way, I just want to put this out there. I am not saying that my man Jameis Winston ain't crab legs Dookie. I'm not saying he ain't crab legs Dookie. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I think sometimes we too hard on Jameis Winston, and I think maybe with a running back in Alvin Kamara and the team that he's got, I don't know if I don't know if Michael Thomas, the $100 million man, is playing.
Michael Thomas was fine with the Saints, if you ask me.
But after Michael Thomas, who's their receivers? They lost Sanders. Sanders is up in Buffalo. I mean, who's the number two receiver? And
you're
probably going to lose
Saquon Smith, Marcus Callaway, Dante Harris. We just now signed Chris Hogan.
But let's agree that the Saints are going to take a big step back this year.
Yeah, but you know what? And that's where I was going to get to. I was going to allude to this. Dalton, what's up with your organization, man? Your organizational moves, bro.
They didn't
Well, they didn't have a lot of, they don't really have a lot of salary cap, man. They're really
cap though. That's the problem.
You know, you start.
Don't y'all got one of the worst salary caps in the league? How y'all cap strapped? I'm just wondering. Wait a minute. Whoa. Michael Thomas probably has the biggest deal on the team, correct?
Yes.
Who else has a contract that y'all cap strapped? I'm wondering.
Kamara.
Alvin? So you mean Alvin Simon with no Theodore and y'all cap strapped? Y'all cap strapped.
And then they got Marcus Davenport. They got
Mario Davis.
Cameron
Jordan.
Cam Jordan, I know he's making a pretty penny. Marshawn Lynch, he's about to make a pretty penny. So I mean,
Marshawn who?
Marshawn Lattimore.
And he
did you just say Marshawn? What you thinking about Marshawn Lynch?
This is what the Saints got. They got Michael Thomas, 5 years, $96 million. Ryan Ramczyk, right tackle, 5 years, $96 million. Evan Kamara, 5 years, $75 million. Terron Armstead, left tackle, 5 years, $65 million. Their guard, Andreas Peat, 5 years, $57 million. Cameron Jordan, their defensive end, 3 years, $52 million. So they got some fucking people signed up and some cap. They got a little money they got to pay out.
And they're still paying Drew Brees. They still got Drew Brees that they're paying for. So, and then they're going to eventually they're probably going to lose Michael Thomas in the next few weeks because he didn't pretty much burn the bridge with the franchise, and then they're really going to be hurting. So, for me, it's just some bad management with the contracts.
And you heard what he said to the Saints organization. He blamed the organization.
Yeah, it's like, dude, once you say some stuff like that, there ain't no coming back from that.
There's a lot of money tied up in their offensive line to protect a quarterback who's going to run anyway. Like that kind of defeats the purpose for me. Like you tied up all this money in the offensive line to protect Drew Brees, and then you're going to put Taysom Hill behind that line that's been built for Drew Brees, and Taysom Hill plays a completely different game. That's what's going to bite the Saints in the ass.
I agree. I totally agree. Back to
the Winston thing. Fire starter. Okay. He didn't throw 35 fucking interceptions because his offensive line and his defense are shit. He makes bad reads. You put him behind any offensive line with the best receivers, it's for him to make those reads. Jameis Winston can't make those reads. Like, I don't understand what you can't get. It's like the people that come at me, oh, monster, Colin Kaepernick's not in the league because he's, whatever, because of his standpoint. No, Colin Kaepernick's not in the league because they figured out he can't read defenses. It's not because he's a political activist. It's because he's shit. Like, they figured him out. Like, he can't play in the NFL anymore. Like, once the NFL defenses figure you out, every running quarterback, like, with the exception of maybe Randall Cunningham, like, Vic had a good career, they figured him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, Taysom Hill is not at the level that these people are at. But to say that Winston was a product of his environment and that's why he threw 30 interceptions, it's fucking ridiculous. You get the ball. The only person that gets the ball more than Jameis Winston is the center. That's it. It's up to Jameis Winston to make those decisions. He shits on himself. Like, how do you defend that, Torch?
Nah, bro. I'm not saying that it's all on everybody else.
Like Evans,
remember, I just said earlier he's still crab legs Dookie. But I'm saying that some of his 30 interceptions is pushing the ball down the field, trying to make drives, trying to sustain drives.
A lot of times when you have bad habits in college, you take those same bad habits with you to the pros. That's just the bottom line. And even when he was at Florida State, he turned over the ball a lot. It's just that he was so much. He had so much firepower over there that he was able to overcome a lot of the stuff. He had an outstanding offensive line. He had Kelvin Benjamin, not the Kelvin Benjamin we've all seen in the NFL, a 6'5" jump ball specialist that he could just throw the ball up to, and he had Devontae Freeman at running back. So I mean, a lot of the stuff he was just
product of his environment.
Yeah, a lot of times, look, when you look at some of these quarterbacks, okay, this is another example, and I tell people this all the time. Don't overvalue some of these quarterbacks that come from these power teams, because a lot of times it's a mirage. It's a mirage.
Like we could name a list of these quarterbacks that came from big teams.
Ohio State quarterbacks. Back in the day, Miami Hurricane quarterbacks, USC quarterbacks, Oklahoma quarterbacks. A lot of the times it's a mirage with those guys because they're playing. Look, Tim Tebow. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick example. Tim Tebow, the Florida quarterbacks. They have 5-star recruits at running back and wide receiver. Do you know who Tim Tebow's starting offensive weapons were when he was there? He had Chris Rainey at running back, who has world-class speed. He was a world-class sprinter. You got Percy Harvin, who they lined up all over the field. Now, whatever issues he had in the NFL, Percy Harvin was a dynamic player. They lined him up at running back. They lined him up at receiver. They had him run some wildcat. Then you got Aaron Hernandez at tight end and the Pouncey twins on his offensive line. So basically, you have NFL quality first round pick talent on your line, and it's a mirage. It makes you look better than what you are. you have so much firepower, and it makes you look better. I'll give you another example. Miami back in the day, Miami quarterbacks, Ken Dorsey. Remember Ken Dorsey? This guy played with Clinton Portis, Willis McGahee. He had Jarrett Payton, Walter Payton's son. He had Shockey. He had Shockey and Kelvin Winslow Jr. as his tight ends. His wide receivers were Santana Moss and Andre Johnson. That was his offense.
He had a Reggie Wayne that time.
Reggie Wayne. On defense, he had Sean Taylor. He had Jonathan Vilma. He had Vince Wilfork. On the defensive line. It's like, come on, man. It's like Matt Leinart, USC. Reggie Bush, Lindell White, Big Mike Williams. You've got weapons all over the place. Mercedes Lewis, and it makes you look better than what you are. So it's a mirage. I would rather you're starting to see now the trend towards them going towards guys that have certain elite traits. A guy like Josh Allen, a guy like Carson Wentz, a guy like Trey Lance, who's not surrounded by 5-star talent all around him, and he develops. It's hard to realistically evaluate a guy who's playing with 5-star players in college all around him. It's hard to evaluate him. So that's all I'm saying. And Jameis Winston falls into that same category. It was a mirage. It was a damn mirage. He played with great players in college, and it made him look better than what he was. That's it. You agree, Monster?
Yeah, I agree absolutely. The same way that I agree that that's what happened with Tony Romo and his Hall of Fame fucking ballot. Get the fuck out of here. Tony Romo in the Hall of Fame? Get the fuck out of here.
And I have no issue with that. I don't believe Tony Romo. I don't believe he – look, if you put Tony Romo in the Hall of Fame, then you got to put Phillip Rivers in the Hall of Fame. It's the Hall of Fame. It's not the Hall of Very Good. It's the Hall of Fame. That means telling the story of the 101-year history of the NFL. Can they tell the story of it without you? Tony Romo, I get it for all of his regular season success. He was trash in the postseason, and that's what it is.
I gotta be honest. I expected more from you as far as a rebuke, but your rebuke has been absolutely
monster. I don't play favorites. Just like I critique Tony Romo. I critique Josh Allen. Make sure tomorrow on Alphabet's Bits you watch my piece on Josh Allen tomorrow. Make sure y'all watch that.
All right, but if you're gonna shit on my boy, you gotta have proof. You gotta be there. Like I was there. I watched him.
I have. Look. Okay. So, wait. I got the monster man house. By the way, y'all make sure that whenever we do the AFC East show, because we're doing an 8-part series on all the division by division. Monster, there's an open invitation for you and my man Mookie Hawkins. There's always room for y'all to come in there and we gonna battle. But
come on with it.
But the bottom line is this, and here's the thing. This is where it goes from you have to be realistic. Let's keep it a buck. Josh Allen was not good his first 2 years. That's just what it was. I mean, I get your opinion. Huh?
Neither was Gronk. He's in the Hall of Fame.
Neither was who?
Neither was Gronk. Gronk wasn't good in his first 2 years. Like
it's what I'm talking about
in the first 2 years.
I'm talking about quarterbacks.
Right, but how many quarterbacks that were in the Hall of Fame were great their first 2 years? Look at Troy Aikman, 1-10, his first year. Like, they needed to build it around him. Once they built the shit around him, Josh showed what he could do. And let's be honest, with Dak Prescott, you take Josh Allen over Dak Prescott in a fucking minute right now. Tell me
I would not take that. I would not take.
You're crazy as a motherfucker. You would take Josh Allen over Dak Prescott?
No, I wouldn't.
You're out of your mind. What do you
think? There's no way. That's
horse shit. Why would you keep Dax over Josh? What is your ballad for Dax being better than Josh? Why is he your franchise?
Here.
I guess hold on. Can we get into sports report? Well, after this debate,
we'll get to it. You bring Monster in here, and Monster,
you know he's gonna bring the wreck. You know he's gonna bring the wreck. He funny.
Here's the bottom line. The difference between number one, Dak Prescott was leading the league in passing a month after he broke until he turned his ankle the other way. Okay, Josh Allen throws for 300 yards in his third year. You almost can accidentally throw for 300 yards. Stop it, Monster. I get it. You eat buffalo wings with Josh Allen from time to time. I get it. I totally get it. You eat buffalo wings with him. I totally get it. The bottom line is Josh Allen has done it for 1 year. Now, if he comes out again,
okay, well, how many years has Dax done it? Where's Dax's NFC champ? Where's Dax's NFC Championship game appearance? Where is it?
Here's the other thing. Going to the big game and getting smashed, that's not an accomplishment. I know y'all hold on to that.
But you ain't got there. You ain't got there yet.
He was injured.
What happened the year before?
It happened.
Shit.
Okay. Here you won the division after 25 years, Monster. Stop it.
We went to the AFC Championship game after 25 years.
You won the division. You won your division. You let one team win your division 11 years in a row, and now you're doing backflips. You want a cookie? You want a cookie?
If Tom Brady was in your division, you wouldn't have touched it at all.
I promise you. Tom Brady
has touched it at all.
Hey, check this out. Tom Brady has 3 Super Bowl losses. Guess what division that beat him? Guess the division that beat him, Monster.
The Giants twice, not the Cowboys.
We beat the Giants from Tom. We beat the
division. Your division beat them.
We win our division. We win that division. That same Giants team.
Cowboys didn't beat them. The Giants beat them.
The same Giants team that smacked Tom Brady around that beats you up 11 years in a row. We win that division. The Eagles, we kicked the Eagles' teeth in, and they beat Tom Brady. You guys ain't came. You guys didn't win a division until Tom Brady left the division, or he'd still be kicking your brains in. So stop it. You had one
happened last year. Tom Brady left the division because he knew where Buffalo was. Tom Brady left it because he knew.
I'm sure. Tom Brady, who's ruled the AFC East for 20 years, he's scared of the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, that's what it is. They felt
that heat coming, just like no other teams in the AFC or the NFC feel the Cowboys. Like, Dax hasn't done shit. Dax is Tony Romo all over again.
He's Tony Romo. He's Tony Romo all over again.
He's Tony Romo all over again.
You didn't see Dak Prescott go and beat down Russell Wilson in the playoffs. You didn't see that?
That's what I'm saying. Where's the NFC Championship game for Dax?
See, here's the thing.
How many years has he been in the league?
2 more years longer than Josh Allen.
So he hasn't got there yet. So he's 2 years behind where Josh Allen is.
And he has 2 division championships to Josh Allen's 1.
Yeah, but you played a shit fucking division.
Oh my god!
You got a team.
Monster. Don't do the division thing. Don't do.
You got a team.
Okay, hang on.
You beat the Redskins every year.
Jets. Are you really celebrating beating the Jets and the Dolphins? Really?
Are you celebrating beating the Redskins?
Okay, and again, the Giants and the Eagles, the Eagles who just won a Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Stop it. The AFC East has been terrible for 20 years. How many number one? You just had the number 2 pick this past year. Stop it. The Dolphins just drafted 2 a couple of years ago. Stop it.
We're gonna beat the shit out of him for the next 10 years. Like Tua Tugboat ain't doing shit.
By the way, I just want to put this out there for those who asking. This is Sports Reporting Monday. All right, we sports reporting on each team that's on here. All right, each week. If you come on Monday Night Madness, you can sports report about your team.
I miss you, Monster.
Hold on, watch this.
I love you, brother.
Intro. Hold on, watch this. It's intro to journalism Oh, 101. Okay.
Right. You
All
gotta
right. So
understand
now,
how to debate with somebody.
I
Like,
love-
I love
right,
Monster.
so learn how to debate
I
without
love
BS.
Monster. You're welcome to my show anytime.
You gotta know how
love
to
you.
debate with somebody. That's what brings the viewers in. Like debate.
Right now, that's the people who asking.
But back to sports reporting.
No. Yeah, let's hear some Cowboys sports report. Let's hear some.
Before Marcus goes on, to answer your question.
Look, I don't know if y'all got a chance to. I don't know if y'all get a chance, go watch Alphabet's Bits today. I did a piece called "Old Buddies." When y'all get a chance, go up on there. It's on the Rise Up page. It's on the Alphabet's football page. I've been doing the Alphabet Bits. And I did a piece on the reunion with Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson, and it was really nice to see them. You know, they had a real big falling out. Everybody knows that two championships, and then Jerry. You know, look, you know, in the piece I talk about it. We seen great partnerships come apart because somebody's ego. We saw David Lee Roth leave Van Halen. We seen Batman and Robin break up. We seen Bobby Brown and New Edition. We seen Shaq and Kobe break up. Sometimes people, you know, the ego gets involved and something that's great gets broken up. I did a piece on that. You know, make sure I'm not going to tell y'all that, but go check that out. We saw the Hall of Fame game. There was a couple of things that I saw. I was extremely impressed with Micah Parsons. I was really impressed with Micah Parsons. I think Najee Harris is going to be a stud. I like the cornerback. Maurice Kennedy came over from the Ravens. He looks like he's going to be pretty good. Malik Hooker just picked him up. Has been injured, but he's an all-pro safety, and I like the emphasis that they put on the defense. I think if this defense is somewhere towards the middle, the defense was absolutely atrocious last year. I think we all know that. I think if they get to 16, 17 with that offense, I think that the Cowboys wide receiver trio is the best wide receiver trio, maybe the second best trio in the league, behind maybe You don't agree?
Go ahead. I mean, who was the first? Is what I want you to say.
The first one.
I would probably say the Buccaneers.
Get the fuck out of here, the Buccaneers. We got stuff like this. We got Emmanuel Sanders. We got Cole Beasley. We got
35. Okay,
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Oh my!
I'm trying to put up a post right now on Rise Up Sports. What were receiver core would you rather?
There's nobody but Homer Bills fans that would say that the Buffalo Bills have a. Now, don't get me wrong.
Stephon Diggs is better than everybody you have.
Monster. One person does not make a one receiver does not make a wide receiver.
Okay, Cole Beasley is better than any receiver you have.
Cole Beasley,
this guy right here.
We got rid of Cole Beasley.
Yeah, and look at the numbers he put up.
We got rid of Cole Beasley.
Any receiver you have.
Okay. Would you rather have Cole Beasley or CeeDee Lamb? I'm gonna ask you, Dalton. Would you rather have Cole Beasley or CeeDee Lamb?
To be honest with you, I'm going to take CeeDee Lamb, to be honest with you.
Would you rather have 35-year-old Emmanuel Sanders or 26-year-old Michael Gallup? Come on, man. Stop. I get it. You're a fan. Put the homerism down, Monster. I get it. You're the Buffalo Bills.
Numbers. It's numbers. You can't lie.
And I'll say
we had 3 1,000-yard receivers.
And what did you do?
With a 4-string quarterback. Dak Prescott played 5 games.
That's your organization's fault. That's not my fault.
Hold on, Monster. Don't let him get away with that.
My organization.
Hold on. Watch this, Monster. Don't let him get away with that. Ask him what the Cowboys did for 3 seasons, the last 3 seasons. Just ask him. Say, Marcus, what have the Cowboys done in the last?
They won 2 division championships.
And did y'all go 8-8 2 years in a row?
They won 2 and 4. They won it twice.
They were 500, 8-8, right?
They
was 8-8 twice, right, Marcus?
They won the division 2 times in 5 years. They won it their rookie year in 2015 and 2019. 2016 and 2019.
What was the record?
Right. And for the record, what else did they do after that?
They didn't go very far. They didn't go very far. I think that the
best receiver tandem in the league. You figured they'd finish.
We just got.
Wait a minute. No. With the best offensive line tandem. Wait a minute. With the best offensive line tandem, with one of the best running backs, according to him, this guy right.
Look,
Don't let him cut me off. Don't try to cut me off with a quarterback that's better than Josh Allen, and you had on paper. You had supposed to be great defense on paper.
The thing that's held back the team has been the defense. The defense has been atrocious. I can't. The defense, and that's why this draft. They put emphasis on the defense. 8 out of their 11 draft picks were on the defensive side of the ball. That's what it worked out.
Marcus, do I go get Dora Explorer?
I said this draft was 8 out of 11. This draft, the 2021 draft, was 8 out of 11 picks. They know that it's a problem. They went and addressed it.
How do you feel about the picks that they made? Let's just say the top 4. We don't even have to go 8 of 11. How do you feel about the top 4? How do you feel about the top 4?
I think Micah Parsons is going to be an All-Pro.
I like Michael Parsons.
I think Kelvin Joseph. I think he'll be a Pro Bowler, but not this year.
He needs seasoning.
Huh?
He needs seasoning.
Yes. I don't think he's gonna be a starter this year. I think Maurice Kennedy is gonna be the other corner on the other side. Quentin Bohanna, I love it. The big defensive tackle, 350 pounds out of Kentucky. I think he's gonna be great. I think Nahshon Wright, the 6'4" cornerback out of Oregon State. I think down the road, I think that's what it's going to be. I think it's going to be those three. I think it's going to be Nahshon Wright at one corner. I think you'll have Trey Diggs, Steph's brother, on the other side, and I think you'll have Kelvin Joseph in the slot. I think that's
strong. That's strong. I like that draft class.
Yeah, I think this is Jalen Smith's last year with the Cowboys. I think they overpaid him. They paid him too soon. I think Micah Parsons is going to be the leader of that defense. I think Quentin Bohanna. I think Osa Odighizuwa, the defensive end, defensive tackle combo out of UCLA. I think he's going to be a Pro Bowler. They're going to have to take their lumps.
All bullshit aside, I agree. As much as I followed the draft, I agree. I think not next year, but I think the year after that, Dallas's defense is going to be something to be reckoned with.
The defense is going to be now. The offense is going to have to carry the load this year. They are, and for me, it's got to be a bend but don't break. I think Zeke, if y'all watched his workouts this offseason, he looks incredible. He looks absolutely incredible because he knows, you're the second highest paid running back. You're the second highest paid running back in the league. You had a crap year. Everybody thought it was you carrying the team, and we saw that it was Dak Prescott. Once he went out, we all saw. Everybody thought that you were Batman, and we come to find out that you were Robin.
Agreed. You did take a significant hit when Dax went down. No bullshit. Being a Buffalo fan, Dax goes down, your team's gonna drop. Everybody knows it. He's an elite talent. He's good at what he does.
That's anybody's quarterback.
If Josh goes down, it's the same thing with us.
But you're gonna go to war with Mitchell Trubisky,
right? That's what I'm saying. You bring your big soldiers to war. But what I seen in Buffalo was this. All right, wide receivers. I didn't get to see Beasley. I didn't get to see Emmanuel Sanders. They weren't in practice. Diggs looked like Stephon Diggs. Diggs is Diggs. Allen looked like Allen. Allen was good. The running back thing, Devin Singletary looked humongous. He looks in great shape. But I watched 5-6 plays with Devin Singletary, and he didn't get 2 yards. Not one did he get plus 2 yards. Okay, Zach Moss didn't get the ball much. I posted a clip, him getting a wide out, little swing, what have you. But you know who impressed me in training camp that I've seen? Matt Breida. Matt Breida took 4 handoffs and went 10-plus yards with them. Matt Breida was fucking good. Matt Breida was getting it. All right, I went to the defense. Defense is fine. Trey White's doing his thing. I said it in my show earlier today. I want to see what Trey White and Stephon Diggs say to each other when they're lined up in practice. Because I could tell from the front row, they're talking shit back and forth. I want to know what Stephon Diggs and Trey White say to each other in practice. But they were fantastic. But there's other people like F.A. Ubada. Like, dude, he's fast. Like, he looked fucking good. He's fourth in the depth chart. He looked fantastic. I said it earlier in my podcast. Our wide receivers are stacked, but Jake Kumaro has the most heart. I seen him make 3 plays in practice he shouldn't have made. So it's going to come down to maybe 1 or 2 plays during the year where we need it. He's going to make that play because he's that guy. So overall, I mean, it's training camp. It was practice. They look strong. They look fucking ready to go, and I can't wait for the season.
Hey, Monster. Let me ask you this: you were actually at the practice?
Yes, sir.
Okay, give me the 5 wide receivers that the Bills keep.
Well, like I said, Diggs was there. Gabe Davis was there. Isaiah McKenzie was there. I didn't see Beasley on the field. I don't know if it was a veteran day or what have you. I didn't see Emmanuel Sanders on the field for the same reasons or what have you. But I know Diggs stays, Beasley stays, Gabe Davis stays, Kumaro stays, Isaiah McKenzie stays. So that's the 5 right off the top of my head. And I posted a picture from training camp of Isaiah McKenzie taking an end around 60 yards for a fucking touchdown. Like, the guy is fast. He's so fast in this offense. And just, if we can get him to lock in on special teams, like with the punter and the kicker we have, like, people don't realize how important special teams are. Like, it's Isaiah McKenzie's job to start Josh Allen on the field with this offense. Like, where are you going to fucking start? You're going to start on the 15 or you're going to start on the 40? Like, that's up to Isaiah McKenzie. Like I said it last year and for like 4 years prior, watching Andre Roberts, who, God bless Andre Roberts, you are a great Pro Bowl kick returner, but you never broke it. Like, I waited 4 years for you to just break it and go to the fucking house and score a tutty. And Isaiah McKenzie did it in the second game as a fucking kick returner. And it's like, that's what I wanted from you. So the fact that Isaiah McKenzie's there, like I said, I didn't get to see the other 2. I know Beasley's safe. I know Emmanuel Sanders is safe. It sucks I didn't get to see him. But from what I've seen from Diggs the little bit and from Kumaro, I got a lot to look forward to, buddy. Like,
Is there a possibility whatsoever that Cole Beasley doesn't make this team?
No.
I'm going to say yes.
Unless politics and bullshit get involved, if we're talking about straight skill and numbers and production, no, you don't cut that guy. But if it comes down to some fucking political COVID shit, maybe. But if they're just looking at production, which I think Brandon Beane's smart enough to know, I don't give a fuck, numbers win this game, I don't think he goes anywhere, buddy.
I say yes. Cole Beasley is going to get replaced by Gabe Davis.
No, they're different positions. Gabe Davis is twice his size. Gabe's not going to play the slot.
Well, you got to have Davis start somewhere. A solid rookie year last year.
Yeah, Davis is going to start on the outside. So if Emmanuel Sanders isn't ready to go, Gabe's going to start opposite. Cole's
and what about Marquez Stevenson being kick returner / punt returner? He was great at Houston. Real solid.
Yeah, he was great at Houston, but he hasn't proved shit here. He's 5th on the depth chart. Like I said, you got to beat out Isaiah McKenzie to return those punts, to return those kicks. You got to beat out Emmanuel Sanders. You got to beat out, Stephon Diggs. Gabe Davis isn't a slot receiver. Gabe Davis is a big possession receiver. So to expect him to lay down on the inside slot route in those zones and get those 5 to 6 yard catches that Beasley gets, it's simply not his game. He's not that guy. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm really interested. I'm really interested. I think the Bills last year, I think they had one of the most explosive offenses in the league. I think this year, a lot of teams, when they play them, they're gonna the attention. I think the attention that Diggs gets this year is going to be totally different than the attention he got last year. Defensive coordinators, they're just like anybody else. When they see certain stuff, they're going to be like, okay, we're not going to let Stephon Diggs kill us. And you look at the losses that the Bills took last year. It was you double team Diggs and you spy Josh Allen because of the lack.
You get a miracle fucking play at the end of Arizona.
Well, and then the other losses too. I think the not having a consistent running game to close out the game at the end. I think that's something that's me personally, just looking at it, I would have got Najee Harris. And I told Ramona that. I was like, if I'm Buffalo, I'm moving up. I don't give a damn, and I'm going to go get Najee. You put Najee Harris on that team that y'all have, or go get a guy like Javonte Davis, the running back out of North Carolina, on that team, that totally changes the dynamics of that team.
You know what beat us last year?
What's that?
Travis Kelce. That's it. We couldn't cover Travis Kelce in the AFC Championship game. That was it. That's what beat us. We couldn't cover Travis Kelce.
Well, to be fair, most teams can't cover Travis Kelce.
Right, exactly. He's an elite talent. He's one of the best tight ends.
No,
in the league.
I don't think it was Kelce that kills you. I think it was.
What are you talking about? He had like 12 catches for 147
I got
yards.
you on that. What killed you was the speed of Kansas City. That's what the past 2 times they beat you.
Yeah, but Tyreek Hill did shit. We shut him down. We couldn't stop Kelce underneath.
I got you.
Anything deep on us.
You don't remember the ball that Miko Hardman took back? You don't remember that?
Yeah, but how many points they scored? They didn't get shit over the top. It was Kelce underneath. It was Kelce in the seams. The same way that Gronk beat us for years in the fucking seams. Like, you got to cover the tight end over the middle. That's what we're lacking. That's what we've been lacking since Brady and fucking Gronk. Like, you got to be able to cover that tight end over the seams. Kelce ate us apart. If you take Travis Kelce out of that game, it's a completely different fucking result. But they were smart enough to use speed and kill us with Kelce. They drew the defense away from Kelce, left him one-on-one, and they fed it to him, and he made plays. Hats off to Kansas City, but that's what happened. They fed Kelce, he made plays, and we couldn't stop him. They drove the ball down the field. He was their main weapon. Like, and I hope that that's what Beane and McDermott seen in the offseason is that's why we lost in the AFC Championship game. We couldn't compete with them in those aspects. Like, we adjust those, we'll be fine.
Well, you played them earlier in the season too, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire had 160 yards too. The thing with Kansas City is if you take away one thing from them, they do a little bit of everything. They can like you said, kill you in the seams with Kelce. They can hit you over. They can hit you over the top with the speed with Tyreek Hill, and then they can run the ball with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And as much as I fucking hate to say it, and as much as it pisses me off, that's what Tampa Bay exposed in the Super Bowl. You get in Mahomes' face, you get the pass rush, you get him fucking moving, and you can beat him. And that's what the Bills didn't have last year.
Well, they also showed in that Super Bowl how to contain Tyreek Hill. You put safeties on top of him, make sure that you have enough spies on Tyreek Hill. You pretty much take away his speed off the top.
And I think the other thing that they showed is you got to run the football. Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones killed them, gassed them with the running game. So, look, that's the teams that make it to the end. They're able to do multiple things. The thing that I've seen with Buffalo is as awesome as they are with it. They are awesome as far as the passing game. But when you get to those the Super Bowl, you got to be able to run the football. If you can't do that, I don't care all of that stuff that you did all year and all of those points that you put up. You got to be able to close out the game, and you know you got to be able to close out the game. And Dwayne Woodley says, okay, but Kansas City O-line was compromised too. That's the other thing. Yeah, they did have Patrick Mahomes running for his life because the whole offensive line was hurt too. So I would like to have seen. We saw what Aaron Rodgers and them did to Tampa Bay earlier in the season. We saw what they did. So we saw what Kansas City did to Tampa Bay earlier in the season. They couldn't do anything with them. Tyreek Hill had 200 yards in the first quarter. So
what a diva that sorry bitch is, Aaron Rodgers. Like, I'm a diva. I don't want to be here. Blah blah blah. Shut the fuck up and go sell insurance, then asshole. Just fucking retire. Like, you ever won a playoff game since what? 2009? Like, get the fuck out of here.
That's mathematically impossible.
We didn't took over the show. We didn't took over the show with the Cowboys.
What was the last time Aaron Rodgers won a playoff game?
Last year.
No, a big playoff game. Not some fucking wild card stupid shit.
I mean, when's the last time the Buffalo Bills went to a Super Bowl?
The year I was born.
You want to go back to the fucking 90s?
Kills me.
You can't even grow a mustache. I don't even know you. Were you even born?
See, thankfully, just like the Dallas Cowboys, I wasn't born the last time both of your teams were in a Super Bowl. So no, I'm good.
It must be so refreshing to drink Similac in the middle of the day. These youngsters, man. Oh, I got 2 words for some of you youngsters out there. I got 2. ESPN. Go back and watch it. ESPN. Go watch the whole ESPN and YouTube.
I don't want the whack ass.
I got a question for you, Marcus.
Yes. I got an answer for you, probably.
I gotta take a piss.
You mentioned in the past that teams on paper are a lot different than how they actually are on the field, correct?
Yes, of course.
All right. So
Somebody's got a hot mic.
hold on.
Just like the Rams couldn't beat the Packers in the playoffs.
Would you say that Kansas City is still another threat this year?
Yes, they are. Kansas City, as long as until the day that Andy Reid retires or has some type of physical ailment because he ate too many cheeseburgers, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to be good. That's what it is.
Rocco, I need you to. Rocco, as soon as Mike is done with his statement, I need you to sports report on the Chicago Bears.
The Kansas City Chiefs are going to be. They revamped their offensive line because they saw what happened to Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. They saw that was a problem. Losing his both of his tackles. They went and addressed that. So I think Kansas City is going to be a threat for years to come. I think Buffalo is going to be a threat for years to come. I think the Miami Dolphins are coming. I think that the Chargers are coming. I like Justin Herbert.
He said Miami. You're confident in Tua Tugboat? You think Tua Tugboat's going to lead him to the promised land?
Justin Herbert's not leading the Chargers.
I think Miami's defense is going to be exceptional. I think that the Cleveland Browns defense is going to be exceptional.
Yep.
I'd believe that over the Chargers.
The Miami Dolphins probably have the fastest wide receiver core in the league. You look at Waddle and you look at Will Fuller and you look at Gesicki. I'm telling you that this is not the same Miami team. And then you look at defense; they got two shutdown corners. You got Xavier Howard on one side. You got Byron Jones on the other side. You got Jalen Phillips. They got that defense. I think that defense is going to be nasty. And I like Brian Flores. I think he's going to really do something with that. I think y'all are going to have a fight in y'all's hands in the AFC East. Now, I'm not saying that they'll win the division, but I think Miami's going to be pretty damn good.
All right, I'm not gonna shit on what Marcus just said because as much of an opinionated person as I am, and as much as a homer, the Dolphins had the 6th-rated defense last year.
I'm telling you,
they're not going to be terrible. The Dolphins aren't going to be terrible. The offense may be shit. I don't believe in Tua. I don't believe in Tua at all. But I'm not going to shit on Marcus because, like I said, they finished last year with the 6th-ranked defense in the league, and they've made improvements. Miami's going to be a fuck of a lot better. I'm not so sold on the Jets with Zach Wilson, but we'll get to that at a later time.
Monster, how do you say it?
Come on, Zach Wilson, really?
Early prediction, defensive player of the year.
Like Zach Wilson, that's going to be so funny. It's going to be fun to watch the Jets fans cry when Zach Wilson falls on his face. Like, it's not Zach Wilson. You got Zach Morris from fucking Bayside High. Like, this guy's been pampered his whole life. He's never faced adversity. He's got awesome hair. Like, as soon as the NFL shits on this guy, he's going to run with his fucking tail tucked between his legs. All right? Let's be honest. Zach Wilson's not cut for the NFL. Zach Wilson is cut for the Bayside Country Club in the fucking 18 holes. Man, fuck him. I'm not worried about Zach Wilson at all. Like, have you seen the guy at the draft? He was scared of the guys being drafted around him. Like, are these guys gangbangers? Yeah, everybody's gangbangers, asshole. And we're coming from Miami week fucking 1. So get ready, you stupid piece of country club shit. I'm not worried about Zach Wilson.
Hey,
and to answer your question, Aaron Donald will be Defensive Player of the Year. So
I will say, shout out to my co-host from the Alphabets Football Show. I'm gonna say T.J. Watt because
he's gonna be Defensive Player of the Year.
Eric, you hear what I said? I'm going to say Jared Goff.
That's really mean.
You know, he's going to get a lot of sacks. He's going to get a lot of interceptions. That's why I said Jared Goff. But I'm going to agree with you, Marcus. I'm going to say T.J. Watt, to be honest with you.
Over Aaron Donald.
Yes.
Yes. He nearly won it. Look, and I love Aaron Donald. I love Aaron Donald. T.J. Watt is TJ Watt's that dude, man.
TJ Watt in his position has more of a chance to change the game
because of sacks. Because
TJ Watt has more of a chance to make a game-changing play than Aaron Donald.
Well, he nearly won it last year. He had 15 sacks last year. How many sacks did Aaron Donald have last year?
12 and a half.
But
so
the
let me
Rams,
tell you this. Let me ask you this, boys. Everybody at this panel. It's Thanksgiving dinner. JJ Watt, TJ Watt are sitting down. Who's swinging the biggest dick?
We at the Rising family did not talk about
who's swinging it. I'm sitting at Thanksgiving table. JJ Watt, TJ Watt. Who's the man?
Hey, personally, I don't really care. So.
Hey, but Rocco, give us that good Bears knowledge. Give us a report on the Bears.
Justin Fields is developing. The battle between Andy Dalton and Justin Fields. They're saying it's getting closer. To me, I think it's a done deal. When it comes to the running game, David Montgomery, I like seeing what I've been hearing about Montgomery with the Chicago Bears. They had 4 players come back from the reserve COVID-19 list. Eddie Goldman, their star defensive tackle, he is still out for Chicago. And I've also been hearing more about the possibility of the Chicago Bears leaving Soldier Field and moving to Arlington Heights. That has been picking up. So I will say with Chicago Bears organization, it's going to be fun to watch this year. They're going to be an average team. They're going to be an 8-9, 9-8 organization. So it's just going to be fun to see what Chicago does. So
you're a Bears fan?
Hey,
yes, fortunately, I'm a Chicago Bears fan.
Eric,
hey, buddy, it's not unfortunately, all right? You rep your fucking team till you die. I've spent 20 years with this shit franchise, not making the playoffs, making shitty decisions, and they finally turned it around. So if you're a Bears fucking fan, stick to being a Bears fan. I respect that. Don't jump ship. Ride your team out as long as they're ass like we've done, and you'll get to the
I said fortunately. I didn't say unfortunately. I said fortunately. Yes, I'm a Bears fan.
Hey, Eric Manzuk, we got about 3 minutes left.
Why is that Bills? Wait, what did this asshole say? Why is that Bills fan got a dick on his mind in the middle of the show?
Hey, come on now, guys. Don't be like that, man. Let's be respectful here.
I like to be respectful.
Because know one thing. If you come at me, you better be a top shelf fucking chirper. You're gonna come at me for my Bills shit. You better have your fucking balls in tug and have your A game, because I'll rip you to shreds and spit you out so the rest of the fellas can shit on you. Don't come at me and say I got a dick on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Unless your mom has one, I don't really have a dick on my mind. So if you want to come and fucking chirp at me, you send me a DM, I'll bring you on my show, and we'll fucking rip the hitcha-bitcha-bizzles. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
You went all 8 Mile with that one.
Eric Manzuk, real quick. We got 2 minutes left on the show.
Yeah, we got 2 minutes.
Real quick report on the Rams. Real quick. You got 2 minutes.
Matthew Stafford is doing just fine. I think he'll be a lot better off than Jared Goff.
Yeah, he doesn't need fucking Sean McVay to read the defense for him.
Hey, Sean McVay, we could say a lot about him.
Sean McVay's a great coach, but let's be honest. He read the defense for Goff. Like he read the defense. That's why Goff was successful. Sean McVay was smart. Stafford's a way better quarterback than fucking Goff is.
Do you think Stafford finishes as a Ram for his career?
Yeah, I think he's got like maybe 2 more years. I think it's very unfortunate what happened to Cam Akers. I really was expecting big things out of him this season. I had him on all my fantasy teams. Unfortunately, I lost him. I really love what he did at Florida State. And last year, he kind of got, he kind of didn't really get an opportunity because they had Malcolm Brown and Darrell Henderson, and he really didn't get the opportunity to shine. I think he's a workhorse back, and unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait till next year to get him back. And I think he really was going to help Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford really hasn't had a consistent run game, when he was with the Lions, but that's the Lions. So I think well, am I lying?
No, but he did have Megatron.
Well, running game wise,
yeah,
but I think Henderson will be good. You still got Higbee, you still got Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp and Van Jefferson. I think y'all will be all right over there. It's most weapons he's ever had.
We also have Deshaun
Detroit is
Jackson.
where they're going to die. Like, can you imagine Matt Stafford, Megatron, and Barry Sanders on the same fucking team?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? They'd be unstoppable.
Right.
We also have Deshaun Jackson
unless
now.
he was in Detroit, then they would just die.
Hey, Dre.
Well, actually, I do got a question for Eric real quick though.
We got 30 seconds left, man. Let's I think we're done.
Oh
here,
no. We're gonna go a few minutes overtime because everybody got to report on a team, and it would just look bad if I did not report on the Packers team. I think everybody reported.
Now.
I did the Bills, so I'll shut the fuck up.
Dalton, what's your question?
Okay, real quick though. Will Raheem Morris?
Yeah, Don, what's your question?
As defense coordinator for the Rams.
Turn your TV off in the background, man.
I made a whole episode on shitty podcasts. Don't be that guy.
Please don't be that guy. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Don't be in a fucking grocery store walking around with your cat.
Really
Okay, I turned my
appreciate
TV down. So, Eric, I hope you're hearing me. Okay, I think he's looking at a picture of Jared Goff. I mean,
So funny. All right. With that being said,
go ahead.
Oh
Dre.
no, I was just making sure. Dalton, you good? Dalton, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Everybody good?
I'm
Good to
great.
go, man. Make sure y'all watch. Make sure y'all watch Alphabet's Bits. Make sure you check out the Josh Allen piece tomorrow. It should be hitting, and watch the old buddies piece from today. Make sure y'all check that out. Monster, I'm gonna need you for the AFC East show.
I got you. Make sure you jump on my social medias at monster9177.com. You know what I'm saying? I released the Bills Fiend mask for my character. That shit was creepy. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? We upgrading. Make sure you follow. Get on the Get Up podcast. I'm here once a week live. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter. I can't do Instagram because Instagram sucks dick and they don't let you broadcast live with other platforms. So follow me on Twitter. Follow me on, you know what I'm saying? Follow me on Facebook. Don't follow me in the grocery store. I'll stab your ass. That shit is kind of creepy. Follow me. Get the Get Up podcast once a week. Live footage. I blast you from training camp. I got player interviews. You know how I do it. Dre knows how I do it. And I'll be back on with Dre Sunday mornings very fucking soon, baby.
No doubt. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
Yes.
So, all right, real quick before we end the show, Packers talk real quick. News and notes for the 9th. This is the 9th training camp date. All right. On the injury front, the Packers were missing Aaron Jones, Kenny Clark, Rashawn Gary, Juwan Winfrey, Equidin, St. Brown, even though he always on Facebook. What up, St. Brown? You gonna get on the field this year and do something, bro? I need to see that talent that everybody was talking about. I need to see that talent that everybody was talking about. St. Brown, what's good with you? Kamal Martin, they had Randy Ramsey and Chris Blair, in addition to those who were already out. All right. In the Packers rehab group indoor practice had David Bakhtiari, obviously Aaron Jones, Zadarius Smith, Kenny Clark. Again, all these guys in the rehab group. Dominique Daffy is back. All right. So he's back for the Packers. Also, conversations as far as Devontae Adams' contract will go on. It will be negotiated throughout the regular season. They will still be working on that as the season progresses. Other than that, I really don't have a whole lot of other news besides Aaron Rodgers open team drills by connecting with Randall Cobb and Alan Lazard on back-to-back plays. It's good to see him getting in other wide receivers, getting them involved, and getting Randall Cobb back involved in the mix. Marcus Betts is upset because Cobb left the Cowboys, in which, I'm sorry, he left the Texans too. So he just left the whole state of Texas to come back home to some winners. But nevertheless, we talked about Michael Thomas, Will Lombard.
Yes, we did. That crappy flex option.
Yeah, definitely. That definitely happened. With that being said, I had a caller from New Jersey on the line. Real quick, I just want to see what he has to say, and then we will get off the show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to Monday Night Madness. I don't know, man. Keeping me sane, man. Keeping me sane. Caller, what's up?
Good evening. I've been trying to find the new number. I just found it a few minutes ago.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yep, new number. New number.
I'll be sure to remember that just in the coming days.
Absolutely. Caller, what's your favorite team, by the way? NFL team? Just want to know real quick.
Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys fan. Another Cowboys fan. So you got a Cowboys fan on the line and a Cowboys fan on the
Double trouble
on the platform.
What's he want to know? Does he have a question?
So any questions? Any questions you want to ask about the Cowboys real quick?
Well, look, I mean, we didn't have much of a good season. Well, then again, the whole division was awful. So, do you think that, if Prescott should improve, will it be a better season? Because once he went down last year, that was the end of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, most teams can't survive losing their top 10 quarterback. You just can't do it.
Right.
Most teams aren't built that way. So if you lose your quarterback, it's pretty much a wrap. So they got back all of their offensive linemen. Tyron Smith is back. Leo Collins is back. I think Tyler Biadasz, the center, he's in his second year. Connor Williams looked good. They did a scrimmage on Saturday versus the Rams. He went toe-to-toe with Aaron Donald, got into a fight with Aaron Donald. And that's the type of fight that you want to see, literally and figuratively. So yeah,
I just want to add that Marcus is real slick. He wants to skip over the fact that they were 0-4, almost 0-4 if it wasn't for the Atlanta debacle last year with Dak Prescott at the helm, though.
And also Leo Collins, their all-world right tackle was out, and Tyron Smith played one game.
Wait a minute, I got a question for Cowboys fans. When did y'all lose those linemen?
Leo Collins didn't play a game last year, and Tyron Smith played 2 games. Dre,
okay.
I'm here for Dre.
I gotta ask. I gotta ask the question. I just wanted to know. So y'all lost the first 2 games.
Zach Martin had to end up kicking out to right tackle because Leo Collins, their line was in shambles. And then you lose your all-world center and Travis Frederick, who just retires right in the middle.
All right, so let me ask you this. So to Dre and the guy that's calling, you get your team healthy, Dax is ready, CeeDee Lamb's ready, Zeke's ready, everybody's ready, and you start 4-4. Then what?
Then Mike McCarthy gets fired. Mike McCarthy gets fired.
I mean, look, this Cowboys team, they'll be 9-8 this year.
Does that sound reasonable? Because
that's a perfect answer to me.
He got a pass last year. He got a pass last year for COVID and all of the injuries. If you come out with a fully loaded team and you come 4-4, you will be fired. That's just what it is. That's what's going to happen. So it's just that simple.
See, and that's why Marcus Betts is one of the best at what he does, because he's smart and he's sensible. Whether it's his home team or whether it's my home team, same thing with me. If you fuck up and you make the right moves, you're gone. Like, that's all it is. So I definitely respect that shit from Marcus. It's with any team. You lose your starting quarterback, it's going to suck. We lose Josh, we're ass. Like, Mitch Trubisky isn't going to carry us to the promised land. So, yes, Cowboy fans.
I'm sure not doing that.
Cowboy fans, you get a pass for last year. What happened to Dax was absolutely deplorable. Like, I watched it as a Bills fan, and my heart went out to those fans because being a fan of Buffalo, I've watched horrific injuries, like end your season or change the course of your season. And regardless of how shit the division was, for Dax to go down at that point, it just sucked. It's just bad luck. And for me, myself, Bills Mafia, I love you, Marcus. We hope the Cowboys bounce back. And if we get a chance somehow to play you, I hope everybody's 100% so we can lay that ass whooping down.
Hey, after what y'all did to us on Thanksgiving a couple of years ago, I would love to have that rematch, man. But, hey, we got to get there. But thanks for calling in, caller. We appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely. Pat Freeman in the house said the Cowboys merry-go-round. He funny. He definitely funny. He definitely funny for that one. All right, with that being said, listen, everybody who tuned in on YouTube, everybody who tuned in on Facebook. I want to thank y'all so very kindly for keeping the fire starter sane. Thank you very much for keeping me even keel with what's going on as far as in the world. Pat, thank you for coming on World Class Wednesdays last week. I want to thank Eric Manzup for coming on. Rocco Kelly, who's got a show coming up. Make sure you tune in, support that for sure. Monster, make sure you support his show as well. Support.
Make sure you support ours, Andre's, and Mookie's show Sunday mornings. We're getting that back popping again now that Dre's straight.
Definitely on.
Yes,
Definitely
sir.
getting that popping.
Get that popping. I appreciate everybody that's been on here. Dalton, Marcus, Dre, y'all fellas. I appreciate you letting me come on here. It's all love and spew my bullshit. You guys know I got nothing for love but you guys and all your teams. I hope everybody the best of success because I know what it's like to root for a shitty team. Fortunately, we're on the upside, and let's hope it continues. But to all you guys, thank you very much for letting me come on here and spit my shit. Dre, you know I love you. Marcus, you know I love you. Dalton, you're the man. The other two fellas, I just met you tonight, but I know you guys are great at what you do or else you wouldn't be on here. So God bless to you fellas too.
Definitely. And with that being said, watch Alphabet Bits as well. Dalton D-Man Smith on Jaw You coming up. SummerSlam coming up. Eric's got a trivia joint coming up for Jaw You in less than 2 weeks. For all you wrestling enthusiasts, make sure you come in. Ramona Dye, what's up? Thank you for and the outcomes are more than what people want to admit. Absolutely. And with that being said, we want to admit that this show is over. It's been real. It's been fun. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's been real fun today. So see y'all real soon. All right. Monday Night Madness.
Go Bills!